y'all want to just play anything. Now y'all ask him any question you want to. That's what you want to play.
And answer, but all right. Well, I know.
Paul Brown's gonna be here for a minute.
Y'all gonna do to tape some stuff?
Sure.
That's what y'all want. You want to take some stuff of them, man.
Yeah.
Then if you like some pieces or the way you like it or what, you just tell them what you want. And then play some like yummy to yourself. Well, me and Paul out there, just on the fiddle.
Well, you know, one thing it don't sound too good by itself.
I'll tell you what, this you can play, you got the G, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, play some of the G. That's a good play. Try something like the Fiddle of the Reel and all that.
And them's ruffles, huh?
Dream, huh?
Hope we don't have to learn that style of fingering.
You probably can't. If you want to learn to play that tune, I can show you with all these little fingers, as Benton calls them. I took a lesson with him one night around midnight. He was showing me June Apple. He stopped in the middle. We were in his kitchen. He just stopped and started laughing and said, "I can't make out what you're doing with all those little fingers."
About right.
He did. He said that.
Now you hold your fiddle up this one. I got to rest my fiddle against the wrist.
Yeah, he rests his
Look at
against
his
his wrist,
arm.
and I can't. It's whatever suits you is going to work. Paul, am I asking a question that's already been answered?
What?
When
Go ahead.
said, what do you all want to find out here? Just have Benton play tunes, or you want to learn some tunes, a phrase at a time, or
Play a few tunes for a start anyway.
play several to start, and then
Play with you and then learn.
try to
Pick one out and learn.
pick one out and learn it? Sounds like a great idea.
Is there, did you hear one of those gospel tunes where he plays the fiddle too, but it has words?
Oh, like that Go Home that we did
Love
last
those
night?
Gospel tunes, that was so wonderful last night.
Yeah. How about doing that, Paul? Sing a little Go Home with Benton.
You know what?
And you play your guitar.
You may have to.
I'll get in there a little bit, but
Well, a little bit you may have to get a whole lot. Well, get your banjo. Yeah.
think so.
Well, I sung so much last night. That's what they want. Yeah, we'll get Benton directed too to play you some of them waltzes now.
We want to burn some breakdown.
Really two-step, I don't play them slow enough for a while.
Oh, yeah?
If we get down that slow with it.
I want you to do that on that thing too. You gonna sing Go Home, Paul? And then Canaan Land?
Well, you have to go to 8 for that.
I'm here.
Don't start me out singing off early. Oh, we might do the old country baptizing.
That's a good one.
Something like that.
Country baptizing would be real good.
What you gonna play? Go home. All right.
Go Home, Country Baptizing, and he does Canaan Land. Hey guys, we're out of tune.
I know.
Big time.
Benton, we better get it. Benton got his.
Rule number 1, don't bother if you're out of tune.
Do like
Don't
Kyle
play.
Creed, just get off the stage and walk off. He would. Benton bought his tune that little.
What about yours?
Well, I did.
You just a lick and a promise on yours?
Can we get that tune and tune?
I think so.
All right. I got my guitar, so you got one. Let's get them together.
I think this is right, it's right with that tune in there. Of course, they won't play out of tune, that's the words they do, when out of tune.
Here, Paul. Let's see this guitar here. Let's put the electronic instrumentation on it.
Come way down.
Yeah, okay. Well, they raised up last night after playing all that time. All right. So you're flat.
Well, okay.
You're way down there. There, good. That's flat too, Paul. There you go. Look. That's a little flat. You sank. That's a little sharp, Uncle Paul. That's way sharp. Now it's flat. There. That's sharp. Now it's flat. With these bridge cables, it's hard to tune this guitar. Okay,
That's all right.
that's pretty good.
Let's go over. You want to go over it
What
again?
about the, is that the bottom? Yeah, go back over it again. That's a little, right on the money. That's sharp yet. Now it's flat. Little higher, there you go. Ooh. Mr. Heath Kurtz, I'm going to confiscate that film. This film has been confiscated by the music police. The old man from the mountain using a digital tune. All right, pull this one down. lot better, isn't it?
Sounds like it.
You can make some minor adjustments yet. What are you gonna do with that photograph, Heath? Old time hero?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Front cover.
I doubt she'll print it. Maybe we ought to try to get her to print it, 'cause heaven knows what it'll do with it if she won't take it. Yeah, put it on the web, on the Benton Flippen homepage.
I ain't good at singing early in the morning.
That's right, you don't have to be in tune or anything when you're singing.
All drinking on in a tavern one day. I lay a holy good tune. Here it comes, boy, clinging so loud. Hear what the voice said. Go home and kneel by your bedside and pray. Go home, go home. God will answer your prayers today. I staggered hooked up in I almost fell on the floor. I'm surviving like covered off the body, but that's still ringing in my ears. Go home, kneel by your bedside and pray. Go home, God will answer your prayers today. God sober my mind and he saves. As the rain falls from our throne, back to Calvary
song. What about,
You're making me pick up the microphone. I'm gonna have to put your foot over here. I can get mine on to hold it down.
Well, if I was in New York one time, they made me pat it on a pillow. Got a pillow and put on my feet. I sure did.
you want to hear another gospel song? Two more gospel songs.
All at once.
We're gonna have religion match.
Yeah, let's just get my tape and then we can.
All right,
Can you sing a couple more, Paul?
I guess. How about the old country ballad?
That's a good one.
I have to get that up there before I start.
I've been down the country road, along the country road. Saw a crowd gathered out of big on the old country farm. I saw what I was doing, proclaiming I might see it. While they looked so happy there, down the lane was fair. There was no country baptized, and I was at the train. Preach along and sing along, and all was down and proud. I had a woman simple invited me to and to help me get welcome, my friend. We held a great big Bible at the church home, and now we have our baptism together in the pew. Hello, country baptized, and I was at that place. We walked and sang a while and on and down and down. Got everything to fill the air, and it's so good that the old country baptized down on the pew. An old country preacher man standing in the farm, preaching it all to the crowd and all the time long. Said y'all be happy, praise the Lord, 'cause He's in my soul. Someday I'll find the hell on clean God's road. An old country baptized, and I was at that place. Preach a while and sing a while and on and down and down. Got everything to fill the air, and it's so good that the old country baptized down on the pew.
There. That one is also on Benton's CD, recorded in
Yeah,
at
it's on
WPAQ late one night. It's on Benton Flippen Old Time, New Times, and also another one called This World Can't Stand Long, which dates from the 40s. So, and on that one, Benton's playing the banjo in that recording. So find those two gospel songs on there.
That's the one that Jimmy Shoemaker made, that old country baptized. Jimmy Shoemaker was the fiddler, he made that.
Glenn, what is the name again?
Oh yeah, I'll be somewhere listening for my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one that's on the CD.
It's on the CD.
Yeah. We need to revive that one, Benton. We need to get that one back into the repertoire. Start to sing that one again. That's pretty. You did some good backup on that. That was somewhere around 1950 or something. He's playing his fiddle. Right back in there, 50, 51, somewhere in there.
What's that one?
I'll be somewhere listening for my name. That's a pretty song. So another one, Canaan Land. You want to sing Canaan's Land?
You think I can do that this early?
I think we'd love to find out.
On my way
Benton does on his fiddle when he's backing up a song. He knows how to play a long note and just play it. So a lot of people, they get into a slow song or something, they think you've got to find out 100 little short notes to put in there, rhythm vamps or something. Benton just plays the note. It's really neat. Just plays the song. got a whole lot more.
What are you gonna have to do now? Ain't no more can't.
No more singing?
Not right for a little bit, no. Well, won't you have him
Let's see,
play?
if we play June Apple, we'll have to make him sing
Let's
again.
wait a little
That's
minute.
the same.
But we'll wait. We will play in a little bit. We'll let him recover. We have to make allowances for Paul, especially early in the morning. He's only been up since about 5. Oh, Fiddler's Dream? Benton, how about playing Fiddler's Dream?
Yeah, actually.
How about Benton's Dream?
How about Benton's Dream?
When he made it,
How about both of them?
When I played it, somehow he wasn't here when I played the fiddle thing. I played it a few minutes ago. I can go over it again.
well, you have to get that. You have to get that in G.
No, that was Fiddler's Dream. Yeah, that was Fiddler's Dream. How about playing Benton's Dream anyway? And then I'll tune down
That
to
golden
G.
egg, right, where was that?
Last time you were here, I got you to start with a fiddle, and you joined in, and then you joined in. Every time I've listened to his tapes, I really appreciate it because it gives you a chance to hear what he's
That's
You want to do that again?
Support the
You want
other.
me to start? I mean,
Then me join in and then him join in. All right.
That's the one Benton made. You know what Connie told me?
I'm playing that too fast.
Benton Connie told me, he said, Paul, I named Benton's tune. He said, I by half drunk and didn't. I think it was pretty good as Benton's dream. Benton made it. Tommy Joe named it for him, you know. He said, I think it was pretty good. I done a pretty good job. I by half drunk.
The most interesting thing about that tune to me is that the bowing is more that kind of syncopated bowing, but the way you would do it more for songs than tunes. But, you know, any reason you decided to do it that way?
How do you mean?
Always ending on the down bow like you would is for bowing more for a song than a tune.
It says you play that one a little more like a song than a tune.
The bowing, the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
That's just the way it has to go.
Okay.
You can't get it no other way. I can't. That's the only way. The only way you can get it. You got to have that. You got to put that in there with a bow. You can't put that in with these. You got to go in with a bow.
Get your accents. But think about all those long notes in there.
Yeah.
So several of the tunes that he's made up are kind of like that, which makes me get the sense that, well, Benton, he's got a lot of orientation towards both melody and chords. Usually when he makes up a tune, he knows exactly what chords he wants people to play to him, and he'll show you. He's got that in his head. And I think the same thing for most of his melody notes. They're right in there, especially when he makes one up. So they tend to sound a little bit more like songs in a way. Almost.
Yeah.
He's got another one that's on his CD called Sound in the Turnip Patch, and that's very similar in some ways. It sounds a lot like a song. It just doesn't have any words to it.
Right.
I was just going to request that one. Is that what it's doing?
We might get around to it. We'll have to get into another key to do it, and we'll get to it probably a little bit later. It's a pretty tune, and it's actually not as hard to learn either on the banjo or the fiddle as it would seem. It's a real accessible tune. Did you all want to hear Fiddler's Dream before we picked one out to try to learn? Is that still on the list?
Okay. Can you just play that solo once? Just
Benton's Dream? Yeah. Play that again solo, Benton, like you did at the beginning when you were just playing it by yourself.
Just don't let him play it. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Will that work?
Yeah.
100 miles to hear that.
I bet. Now you've heard it. You don't even have to go back home. You can stay right here and hear some more.
I can go to heaven now.
Right. Oh, one of the things you could pick up from that tune, even if you use all of these little fingers to finger, the way most of us do, is there's a whole lot of blues influence in Benton's playing, and one of the things that he does, partly because of the size of his hands, but I think partly it's just too because of what he likes to hear, is slides both in the up and down direction. You can incorporate some of those ideas into your fiddling no matter how you play, no matter what your fingering style or your bowing style. And he uses a lot of flatted notes and sort of sometimes between a half step and a quarter step, right in there. Some other fiddlers who did use all four fingers all the time to play, one of Paul's old buddies, Fred Cochran, he fingered very differently from Benton, but there were several things about his playing that were real similar. He did a lot of that sort of bluesy sliding around on those flatted scales. He'd get to the top note on Susan Anna Gal and not quite get there, and one time I asked him why that was, and he said it was deliberate. It's deliberate. He didn't go all the way to the top. He went about 99 and 44/100% to that top note, and it was on purpose to get that sort of whine in there. And the same thing with, used to hear him play June Apple, and he'd start to slide down on the top part of June Apple, and this sort of weird netherworld between the seventh note and the sixth note on the scale. It sounded just great. It just made your spine shiver when the whole band was playing there, and they'd all be, Paul and Berlin Clifton be playing straight chords in there, and Kyle on his banjo, and Fred was just sort of wailing in this space between the notes with his fiddle. And Benton does a lot of the same thing, and so it really doesn't matter how you finger. Although there's some pretty neat things happening here, you probably can't replicate them yourself, but you can take some of those ideas that go pretty deep into how American music developed in the South and incorporate some of them into your playing, experiment around some, which is really all he's done. He experimented around till he got a sound that he likes, old-time fiddling. So, want to hear another one before we try to play one still? That Fiddler's Dream?
Play that fiddler. Some of them did that.
Yeah.
Fiddler's Dream.
All right.
Fiddler's what?
Any banjo pickers here this morning? There's one, two, a few of them. Okay. I was just kind of curious because there are several ways to play this tune on the banjo too. Yesterday, I guess, last night in the concert when we played it, and I think we might have played it in one of the workshops, maybe the string band workshop yesterday afternoon. I tuned down into G to play it, and that's a great way to do it, and it's actually not as difficult a tune as it seems in G, even though it's in two keys. And then another thing you can do is to just go out of this tuning and run your bass string down, and then you can have a running bass in a finger picking style out of the key of G, and it's really accessible from A. You just, now I'm down in G, I'm ready to go, and I've got a rolling bass, kind of like Slade Ward or Charlie Poole in your right bass, and then you can switch over to your D side of the tune just easy. So we'll play it this way today, and that way I only have to change one string.
I want to let him play this if you come in like you did. That hits y'all right now. Let's come in like That's mine too.
Fiddler's Dream. Yeah.
That's not the one you played very first, was it?
Yeah.
It was the same one?
Repeat. Mine's risen. Taking it out of the case. Mine's come up a little from taking it out of the case. Skinheads. Y'all want to try a tune? Try one on your fiddle. You ready? Then go back and do something a little more repertoire either later. I use all 4 fingers. It might give you, sometimes it can give you a little bit of a clue about what he's trying to get with different fingers. If you can see somebody doing fairly close to it, that would be of any use. Okay, several people are nodding their heads. On these tunes that he's played today, he doesn't use it at all. And then a lot of the times, a D chord he'll make with these 2 fingers, and most of us will make with these 2. Okay. And coming up to scale, he'll get to the top of, say, a D scale right here with this finger. Most of us, it's this one. All right, so, and then coming down the scale, a lot of the time he'll just take his finger on the very same string and just slide it down a notch, and he's got that worked out. So
He's
it's
pretty much playing third position without moving his hand.
yeah. So we can just sort of do that side by side if you want. Which tune would you like to start on? Anybody have a preference?
How about Violent Cabbage Down first?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did he play that this morning?
Nobody could.
Let's do that. Violent Cabbage Down. That's the first tune. What if we started by learning your version of that? How about Violent Cabbage Down?
Oh,
That's in A. This one's on Benton's CD too, and Paul was playing and Larry's son was playing that day too, and there's some really neat backup guitar on that one. It was recorded at a dance party in Asheville, North Carolina in 1985 or 86, something like that. And you can hear Larry Flippen in there doing all kinds of wonderful runs on his guitar, and Uncle Paul was playing, and Benton. It's a good cut, and it's a good example of Benton taking a tune that a lot of people are just flat sick and tired of and just giving a totally new life. It's really wonderful. I love his version of this tune. And these comments that we heard about sort of song-like notes, that shows up in this tune too. You want to play it by yourself to start, maybe?
it'll be all right. The reason I changed that in the middle now, I was sliding up here. It's on the album this way.
I showed you both of them.
Yeah.
He,
It's all the same. It's just to note it down there where you're sliding your finger up yonder.
add a couple of notes in there,
Yeah.
a couple of shorter notes. That you can do that when you get real carried away, you know. Things start to get hot, move along. So you want to learn that one for starters? All want to try that one? You can play it either with the standard tuning the way Benton does, or with the high basses. It works either way, and it just depends what you want to do. So why don't we get our fiddles? You can work that way just fine. That's how I do it. For those people who like to play that way, just either way, it'll work. Violin and
Or you gonna show them a different way?
So you're tuned out, right?
I'm tuned standard
You are?
right now, but now if you want me to, I'll tune up so you can see
I'd
that.
like to see both ways if you
I'll
wouldn't
do some
mind.
each way.
Okay.
I'll start in standard tune, then I'll tune up and he'll stay in standard. Then later I'm going to tune it up because they want to see that. And I'll play right beside you, sing it.
What's that? It's made by Caesar Artists.
We sound all pretty well in tune. Let's give it a shot. You guys want to follow Benton for a little bit? And then stop us and ask questions if you need to, phrase by phrase. One of the tips we can give you just going into it is a lot of his beginnings of phrases tend to be syncopated with a long bow stroke at the beginning, and if you sort of have that in mind for some of these beginnings of sections, you'll catch in on pretty quickly. Okay, let's go here. Uncle Paul, keep us in time. we'll slow it down a little bit. We can point a few things out as far as if you're trying to learn a tune using landmarks for phrases and the like. Just syncopate your first phrases. I'm seeing some people just doing real short bow strokes there. Try to, probably one of the best things you can take out of this session, if you're able to, even if you don't get the tune, is to try to feel how Benton is using the bow. So when you see him take a nice, long, syncopated bow stroke, just try to do that, even if you don't get the note, even if it sounds like heck at first. Concentrate on using your arm maybe a little bit differently, your bow arm a little differently than you've tried in the past. And you might learn a few things, just pick up some ideas for why this tune sounds so good when Benton plays it, and sometimes can sound so overplayed and just worn out when other people do. And what he's doing is he's taking the really important parts of the tune and bringing them out to the front again. He's syncopating a little bit, he's taking the real major notes and making them work to move the tune along. And that transfers to any tune that you play.
Yeah, and you can use that low part as often as you want to. I just use it once in a while, but you can use that as often as you want to.
Whenever you want to throw it in there. Want to play it a little slower? Try it some more and sort of work on those bowing ideas. The fingering on the left hand is actually not that tough on this tune. This is a good one to start with. It's a good pick because you can really concentrate on the bowing. Really concentrate on the phrasing some. Any specific questions, stop us at any time or in between. Let's slow it down a little bit if we can.
See, that you done got it all yet.
It's, you know, this is a really good fiddle style too if you play square dances, because it won't get lost in a crowded room with a lot of feet shuffling and several other instruments and a caller to boot and reverberance from the room and all those wonderful things that happen. Benton goes and plays a lot of square dances, and he's real good at it because he can get in a crowded hall like that and all sorts of commotion and everything. He's got his phrasing down so that you really hear where the phrases begin. He's able to put lift in, but he's got these nice long sweeping notes that just carry out over the whole room and just get people up and moving off on the floor. And it's always intelligible when he's playing, even in a crowded dance hall with a lot of noise and commotion. So it's sort of a neat thing. That's the advantage to that style. Okay, what do you want to do? Play this one a little more or go on to another one? It's totally up to you. This is your time. June Apple? Want to hear June Apple? Anybody for June Apple? Okay, Benton. Let's play June Apple. It's real interesting too. Listen to this because the syncopations on his version of June Apple, they're just spectacular. They're really great. So why don't you start, Benton, and then we'll get Paul to join you. Questions? Any questions? You all want to just start to play that one? It's not hard. Say what now? Let's learn that? That's a great one. It really is. A little tip is on the second part. One of the things that you're hearing, he's just to draw it out real crudely, but he's syncopating the second phrase, so it's. But he's about a half a beat early on that, and that's the key to playing that second part. And the same thing on the top part. That's the key to this whole tune. If you can start to do that and just watch what he's doing and try to get the feel of that in your arm and in your left fingers, you'll be in shape on this one. That's some great things going on in this tune. Benton, you want to play it sort of slowly, and everybody can jump in as you just jump in as you can. Sort of use a landmark system. If you can meet him at one of those big starts of phrases, and see if you can get in there ahead of time, just like he's doing. Then the rest of the notes will start to fall into place, a little bit at a time. And stop us anytime for questions. on this thing. I wanted to point out briefly something on the top part, which may help you get through the phrasing on the top part. A lot of us are probably used to hearing June Apple played a little bit sort of like the old Virginia fiddlers did from the last century, and that's really where that came from. Then Fred Cochran changed it around a little bit more. Then Benton's playing something a little bit different yet, which is play your top part real slow, Benton. It's about as slow as you can play. Let's see, for most of us, you'd be using these two fingers. Okay, and that's part of what may confuse you a little bit. That's kind of the figure that he's getting. And skip this one. Now he's using these two to get it, and this one down here. So if it's been kind of hard to get, the reason is what you probably need to be doing is this. And sort of leave your index finger on the string. And use this finger to get the top note. But he's skipping this middle note. Along those lines. Now the second part, we had several questions, and what's going on in the second part is really interesting because he's abandoning that real long bow a lot in the second part to do sort of a standard shuffle. You shuffle some in the low part, don't you?
Yeah. And that's the hard part of learning the bow, because most fiddle tunes got a little different lick to the bow. You know, got to use it a little bit different.
I can't quite get this because I'm a poor shuffler anyway, and I'm also more of an up bower than Benton is. Albert Hatch was an up bow fiddler. There's sort of up bow people and down bow people. I think it's in your wiring. I think it's internal. It comes through at birth, some of it. Not all of it, a lot of it. And now here he abandons those long bow strokes from here out to the follow him, but listen real carefully. And if you practice it long enough, you'll get some version of a shuffle, which may be backwards from what he's doing, or it may be in the same direction. But let's all Benton, play that low part several times over for everybody. Tell you what, let's do. Let's listen to him and watch him play it about 3 times through the low part, and then as you want to join in. But look at what he's doing and try to see what's going on with the bow. Even if you don't play it the exact same way, listen to where his shuffles are and where they come in. It's real interesting, and you might be able to pick up some of that. That's 2 shuffles in a row. That's all it is. It's just that he puts them in a slightly unusual place, and we're coming right after some of these long syncopated bow strokes, and a lot of folks wouldn't think to do it that way. And that's why it sounds so unusual. It's really pretty good, and it's great for dancing because it comes at just the right moment on the upbeat of the phrases to really make people, they can't sit in their chairs anymore. So let's try the low part let's play the low part about a half a dozen times too, just the low part, and you all sort of fall in here. Esther used all 4 fingers. He had some different bowing style in a way, but there were a lot of similarities too, and they really did learn a lot from each other. So when do we do this again? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Not tomorrow.
Well, let's take a look here, Paul. What's this, Tuesday? What about tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the same location? We'll do it some more. And stop Benton or any of the rest of us if you want to get an update. Get him to pull out his fiddle if there's something we lose to later in the day or something. He'll do it if he's available. Not to speak for you, but I know he will.
Mine tomorrow at 9.
And Paul Sutton's got something going on tomorrow.
Huh?
No, you're at 11, Paul. I don't think they got you scheduled.
That's right, 11.